Hey everybody, welcome to DKFC. That's right, we're talking DraftKings, we're talking Premier League football. I'm Wade McElwain, U.S. Sports Ambassador for DraftKings, joined by Tyrone Atkins, Andy Davies, and Jamie Hinks, the DK writer. So what we're talking today, a little segment we call Choosers, Losers, and Gems. That's right, I asked these guys to tell me which one person can they not live without on their team, which person is a loser you might want to avoid, and who's a hidden gem that they would never tell anyone about. So we're going to start with Jamie first. Jamie, choosers, losers, and gems. Who do you have for us this week in Week 31 of the Premier League?
I wanted to go for somebody who wasn't in my team just for a bit of variation, so I've gone for Odion Gallo. I think he's going to start banging in the goals for the rest of the season now. He scored against Arsenal, and as Tyrone said earlier, absolutely schooled that defence. And they're not a terrible defence. They're not the best, but it's impressive from a striker that was only in the Championship last season and they almost sold at the beginning of the season. Got out of a seven-game drought, and also interesting stat I found out earlier, he's contributed 15 of their points entirely from his goals this season, which if he wasn't there, it kind of explains why they've been on such a bad run recently, because he hasn't been scoring and they've not won. They've been very poor recently. But yeah, he's my chooser. Expensive, but I think you've got to pay out for him this week, especially against Stoke. My loser is Alexander Pato for 4,100. I just don't know where to start with him. I saw him playing this last summer in Brazil for Sao Paulo and thought he was absolutely awful. And I went into that game thinking, oh, he's going to be quite good. I've heard, he's played for Milan, he was very good. I've no idea why Chelsea signed him. I literally got no idea. There's no need for him. He's just, it's just very weird. And I think he's going to be going now, which is, and every Chelsea fan I've spoken to has been like, why hasn't he played? There must be an underlying reason. He can't be fit at all.
Theory.
Yeah.
What is it?
He's done. He sucks.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know why he's there, and that's it.
I feel like it's a signing that quite a few Chelsea fans got excited about just because of his past reputation.
He was, anyone that knows anything, he started very promisingly as a kid in Milan, and then he's a party boy.
Exactly.
And that's it. And they sent Party Boy back to Brazil, and he's remained a party boy, and then we brought him to London. It's a good place to party.
It's a really good place
right, it's a great place to party, but does he really want to reignite his career, this young multi-millionaire? I doubt it, I
think he's going to end up putting on the pounds a bit like Ronaldo and Adriano and just be...
on the beach.
Yeah, on the beach the whole time. And my hidden gem is from this Watford team as well, is Ben Watson. I really like, he's one of my favourite Palace players of my lifetime. I loved him when he was at Palace. He's a fellow ginger as well, which doesn't count against him. Averaged 10 crosses per game over the last 2 games, and I love a player that just crosses the whole time. I think he'll have a good game against quite an odd Stoke side in terms of form, and he's only 4,100. I don't think that many people will pick him. So I think,
Perfect. Jamie's ginger gem. Tyrone, who do you have for your chooser, loser, and gem?
Okay, my chooser, gems, you usually go for economy, someone you might not really see, not sort of like a headline grabber. So with chooser, let's go with some of the obvious, and I'm going for Mahrez. I think Mahrez is going to have a really, really good day against Palace. He's pricey, but he's brilliant. And yes, it's a shoot between him and Payet for Player of the Year. I think they're both fantastic, but on this occasion, I'm going for Mahrez as the chooser. I'd heartily recommend him. Loser, let's be boring here. John Ruddy, the Norwich goalkeeper. I don't think he's a bad keeper at all. I just think he's playing in a wretched team with a wretched team with a truly terrible defence, and so he's not really got much going for him. John Ruddy, he's got a bad surname and a bad, and so there you go, mate, and we'll see how you do next year. So avoid John Ruddy. And my hidden gem. Let's all do it together. Alan 2.9 thousand, Watford fullback. He gets over 7 points average a game, and I think he's a blinding little player and very cheap, so slot him in there.
And he feels like he's just cleansed you, really. I feel like I'm done now. Andy, chooser, loser, and a gem.
My chooser, I've gone for someone I didn't pick, and that's Romelu Lukaku. He's just one of his purple patches, and I think it's going to continue against Arsenal. He might not be on the winning team, but I think he's going to score a brace against the Gunners. My loser is controversial because he's not really a loser, but he's just someone I would avoid this week. I would avoid picking. I'd avoid picking Jamie Vardy for the rest of the season. In fact, he's only got 4 goals this year. He hasn't scored in his last 4. Leicester don't look like they're going to be banging the goals and they're going to be grinding it out. So I'd kind of avoid Vardy. There's better ways you can spend 6,000 on strikers. And my hidden gem, I've gone for 2. I've gone for Pedro in case he plays, because I think Pedro, he could do well. But the other one is Okazaki of Leicester. He scored last week, and he strikes me as being the kind of player that is more suited for grinding out results.
Yeah, he's like what Graham Sharp used to be like forever.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
He's
He's like the Japanese.
He's there, but he's not there.
He is the Japanese Graham Sharp. He's there. He's involved. But he's not getting the. He's not got the stardust.
He's not got the stardust about him.
Yeah, exactly. Lineker had all the stardust.
Yeah.
But Graham Sharp, he was doing the business.
But he does. Yeah, he does the business. He'll grind the goal out while the fancy Dans, like Jamie,
in the cars and the ladies,
are flouncing around.
It reminds me a lot of Olic, the Croatian striker. Just runs and runs and runs, but no one ever really takes any notice of him at all.
Yeah, further Graham Sharp. His job.
But there we go.
Make your own
Who's
analogies.
that?
And also, these are some good tips for you guys. These are the best place to get your tips when you're going to put together your 11-man lineup. Go to DraftKings.co.uk, put together an 11-man lineup around the Premier League this weekend, Week 31. You could win big, and hopefully we'll see you at Watford.